Hi there, this is Manhattanite for SNGmentors. Do a little quick video of a hand, three hands that a player of mine just played, talking about just ISO shoving dead money. And I think this player made the same mistake three times in the same tournament, which sort of really bothered me. But I also look at it as a learning experience, and hopefully he learns from it. I gave him a hard time on this. In my long video review, I reviewed the whole thing for him, the whole tournament, which is what we do for most tournaments of hand history. So I do one or two of these a day, sometimes as many as three or four, five a day. So this player gets 9-6 in the big blind. He has a fairly decent stack in relationship to blinds. This is a 180, a turbo 180, so he has a fairly decent stack in relationship to blinds. This player shoves. So, what do we do here? He has 1400. This seems, granted he has 1600, but this is pretty much an auto shove any two card when we are blind versus blind. So we just have to look at him as having dead money in the pot, and there's 2400 in the pot, so it's about a 25% increase to our stack, 24% increase to our stack if we win this. So this is a pretty easy spot to shove it in. We take the dead money 90% of the time. He's going to fold out this dead money, and this isn't going to influence us at all. It's not going to hurt our stack. Now, if he had 2,000, maybe I would think this isn't a great play. But even with 2,000, we have to put him on a fairly wide range under the gun. He's only got 5 big blinds here. He's got, what, 3.5? So even at 2,000, we have to put him on a fairly wide range. So this play is probably still good. But in this case, we're getting exactly 2-to-1 for a shove. So we should be shoving pretty much any two cards. Now, if you have 7 deuce, I would say, okay, you can fold it. If you have 8-3, you can fold, 3 deuce, things like that aren't going to play well, heads up, you can fold. But when you have a hand like this that really does play well, it's connected, it's suited, it's diamonds, they're blue, they're pretty. It's just the type of hand that you want to ISO shove with, but he folds. So that was the first time, and yeah, he's getting in his money bad. And actually, this guy, unluckily, this is the 10% of the hands that he's going to overcall you with, that he actually has a hand, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's poker. So that's that hand. I could be results oriented and show you that he would have won, and he would have won a pot of about 4,000 chips here. So he hits his 6 and they don't hit their kickers or their ace. So that's one hand. So that's just being results oriented, that, because we can also be results oriented on the next hand, which is I believe this one's 61, no, 64. It was ace 2 clubs. I knew that. So again, he's in the small blind, and now he's doubled up again, and he has 20,000 chips at 4,800. So the blinds have doubled also, but he's also doubled. So here again, this guy has about maybe 7 blinds, no, 4.5 blinds, 4 blinds, a little over 4 blinds. So he shoves it in, and we have now an ace. So this again becomes an instant shove, and a relatively simple one. I mean, we're shoving it in blind versus blind anyway, so again, it doesn't really matter. If we're called, we're already committing ourselves to shoving it blind versus blind, right? So him being there doesn't matter at this point. So we again are getting 1.7 to 1. Now we have a little bit better hand and a suited ace. I mean, 9-6 plays well against shove ranges. Ace deuce plays worse against shove ranges, because certainly a part of his range is pocket pairs and big aces. But that's only one half of his range. The complete other half of his range is suited connectors, is cards that you're going to be getting in at 40 with 60% equity against. You are, with ace deuce, rarely going to have much more than 60% equity. Occasionally they'll have pocket deuces, but that's really rare. So we fold again, and I really don't like that fold. And he shoves, and again we're getting, it's sort of odd that again he has ace 10 here, and we would have gotten in our money really bad. But that's again poker, and again, we were results oriented in 1, so we can be results oriented in 2. We wouldn't have won this one. Actually, the short stack won, and he won the side and he won the main. Would have won. He won the whole pot in this case. So that's that hand. And then the last hand, which he did it again on, and really frustrated me again, was hand 90. Let's see if I can find it. 107, 97, 91, 90. Okay, and so you can see this long white area. Now he has 66,000 chips. So this is the bubble. We are not in the money yet. So he's really built a considerable stack here by playing well and playing aggressively, and probably getting some decent hands along the way, and some basically getting decent hands along the way. So we have a crap hand. I mean, 10 deuce, no matter what Doyle Brunson tells you, is a really shitty hand, and we get another guy all in, 570 chips. So it folds around to us, and again, we're shoving this hand blind versus blind no matter what. This is any two card shove, getting close to the bubble. There was, before the 570, there was 3,600 in the middle. So a really nice size pot, even for our stack, which again is considerable. So we can afford the shove if we're wrong, which again plays a part in here. We can easily afford this. But this shove I'm making, with any two cards, with any stack size. So if I have 3,000 chips, I'm making the shove. If I have 15,000 chips, I'm making the shove. If I have 68,000 chips, I'm making the shove. I just want this dead money. He can win the main pot, but I want that dead money that's in the side pot, and the chance of winning the main pot, obviously. So the main pot has 2,900 in it. The side pot has 1,260. That's the dead money. That's the money that I want. It's completely free to me. He's not calling me with Queen 8 in this spot. I don't think he is. He might. I mean, some players might. I shouldn't say he isn't. But that's the dead money, and that's the profit. And that's what we want to take. And he folds, and we will be results-oriented again, and we would have lost this. We did not have a club. We had 10 deuce, I think it was the 10 of diamonds, and the deuce of spades. So we would have lost this hand, and we would have lost it twice if he had called. But odds are he's not calling, and we lose the dead money. And these are spots that are really important to be taking when you're playing poker and looking for. So anyway, so this is Manhattan Night for SNGmentors.com. Please check out the site. We stake, we coach, and we train. And this is just an example of a training video, a little more in depth than what I went into in the actual video, or maybe the same, but it seemed more in depth. Anyway, talk to you all later.